because of COVID, my evenings have just freed up considerably. All right, one more attempt, and then we'll continue our No More Heroes playthrough. Damn, that was actually going not too bad as well. Oh well, I'm not gonna, this run, I'm not gonna spam hookshot. Sydney lockdown, yeah, revertible. So yeah, it's been Perth is also in lockdown. I'm pretty sure every single state is in some form of lockdown at the moment in Oz. Like, Sydney's in lockdown till the 9th of July. I don't know if that means, like, as soon as it ticks over to Friday, the lockdown is over, or it's like... From 6 p.m. until 11:59, Friday, 9 July. So 10th of July is when it's set to, like, open up again. Okay, so the Friday counts as well, damn it. Have just locked out other states for now. I mean, that's kind of smart. It's like, alright, cunts, don't infect us too. Only spam hookshot when he's on the ground. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it this run. At least when he's not in the air. Yeah, Vic have copped it like the worst. I remember my mate Chris, when he went down to visit his girlfriend, he was just like, yo man, everyone in Victoria is just angry. I'm like, yeah, because they were in lockdown like longer than anyone else. I get to leave after 11:59. Monday the 5th. Oh, as in like come back up to Sydney? Or you meant leave the state? Yeah, revertible. There's been some questionable decisions, hey. I live in Ohio in the US and we have had 0 restrictions and 0 new cases. Wow. Damn, Domex. Other than buying essentials, gotcha. Oh yeah, lovey. Like, I was visiting my parents and I got a text message when I was playing badminton with my dad that was like, as of 6 p.m. tonight, you know, Greater Sydney, you know, other regions surrounding it are in like lockdown. Like 6 o'clock. I'm like, why not just wait till tomorrow? Cause like, I had a family friend who drove like 6 hours to the snow for his family for like a 3-day ski vacation. He got there, they got to ski for like an hour and then they had to drive back home. Another 6 hours, yeah. Then the panic buying started. Like, no toilet paper, flour was pretty much all gone. I don't understand toilet paper. Like, okay, be real with me, fam. You honestly can't shit that much, right? Like, who's honestly gonna shit that much during COVID? Like, are you, like, scared that you're gonna get diarrhea from COVID or some shit like that? Like, I don't get it. Are you scared shitless? Like, I don't know. Like, someone tell me, please. Like, it yeah. But you'd think after, like, last year, people would have enough toilet paper for, like, a year. In case we all shat ourselves to death. I'm just thinking of that South Park episode where, like, what is it? A Walmart opens up. And that whole episode, Cartman is saying to people, oh yeah, you know you crap yourself when you die. And then like the manager of like the Walmart gets thrown out and hung. And then like right at the end he like shits himself. And Cartman's like, ha, I told you. Oh, it was pretty gruesome, yeah. Yeah, like, you know, during World War II. I mean, it could be analogous to, like, you know, during, like, World War I and World War II, and maybe even during the Great Depression, where people were, like, hoarding food. Like, you know, some oldies I remember used to hoard sugar. Even as times got a lot better, they were really resistant to, like, letting people have more sugar than they needed in their coffee or something like that. I guess food makes sense, yeah. You're joking, Chris. You're actually kidding me now. I was just using, like, sugar as an hoarding sugar. Yeah, I mean, like, I knew of an oldie who lived near my parents' place who, we'd go over to his place for, like, tea sometimes, and it's not that he wouldn't give us sugar, but the way he, you know, used to give it out, you could tell that, like, he's got this hoarding tendency. And I asked him about it one day. I was just like, oh, is there a reason why you're so reticent with your sugar? And he's like, oh, it was, you know, during, like, World War II. It was just like a habit that he developed because, you know, who knows when supplies were, like, completely cucked back then, you know? Neither do I, Shay. Yeah, it's not like Woolies and Coles are just gonna be like, nah, fuck yeah, bye, and they just shut as well. Like, if that happened, I could understand people's, like, inclination to panic buy, but even then, it's like, come on, like, seriously? Like, Mrs. Meeker and I, by, I guess, coincidence, we have a pretty small fridge, and that's in a way been a blessing because it means we don't buy like so much crap that we don't eat. We just buy what we need, and then when we notice the fridge is getting empty, we go for a grocery run. Sometimes we'll do 2 grocery runs a week because we just don't buy too much in one shot. Did you make another bot? I did. Contrarian bot. Anytime Ergbot says something, Contrarian bot just, like, goes at it. That's just like how Shay just automatically knew it was me. Contrarian bot didn't take nearly as long to make, though. It was, like, I think half a day's worth of work. And just testing it, and we're like, yep, this works. I just made it to oppose Ergbot. And again, like I said earlier, we all have that one friend in our lives, or that person we know in our lives that just has to go against everything. You know, if you say black, they say white. If you say up, they say down. If you say good, they say bad. And sometimes it's for like, okay, sometimes it's for a good reason, like it's legit playing devil's advocate and, you know, making a really solid point. But sometimes it's just, you know, to be different. And I'm like, sometimes being different, there's no point because you're not making a solid argument for the opposition. Or the opposition argument doesn't make sense. Or the opposing argument doesn't make sense. That's when it's like, okay, that's when it gets too much. Our hero ruins everything. I used to know this one guy who was always like that. Oh, fucking. We could be talking about like the most benign thing, and he would just have to interject and go, well, now you see. And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And I was just like, yep. And he's just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, Yeah, cool. I could probably use his voice as white noise and it would still work. And he's like, you get me? I'm like, oh yeah, totally. And I just didn't hear a word he said. I've perfected the craft of like blocking people out, but make it still seem like I'm paying attention. You just stare into the distant, but not too far into the distant that they recognize it. It's it can be hard though, but I'm just like, yeah, cool. I just try to think of something else, and then if you think deep enough about it, your mind just kind of wanders. Oh, thanks, Lovey. Yeah, all good, Shay. Look after yourself, okay? When you go into the office. Take care. Good night. Yeah, keep an eye on it, Kyle. For sure, buddy. Please, please don't crash. Yeah, all good, Lovey. Thanks, buddy. Yes. Thanks, Lou. I most certainly will try not to forget. No, I do not trust myself with that angle. No, it literally just responds to Ergbot at the moment. But I can make it have input args. That's a good idea, yeah. Oh, that's a solid idea. Or like take. Like, and just have it, or like oppose, or some shit like that. Then it does what Ergbot does, takes a random noun from your sentence, and then goes contrarian on you. Even more annoying. I don't think it could be anything more annoying than Ergbot, but I think, as Chris said, Ergbot's met its match. You basically made... yeah, pretty much. I'm most proud of Ergbot's like welcome message. Like when it joins a channel, it's like, Erg, fine, I'll join. I've even got a custom message I've even got a custom message like if you type join, but it's already in your channel. Yeah, I think it's like, Erg, what a drag, and then it just joins your channel. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch too much Naruto growing up, but I pictured Shikamaru when I wrote that line. Ugh, what a drag. Yeah, when Ergbog reconnects, it just goes, I'm connected. And Contrarian Bot's got one as well. It's like, can we really be certain I'm connected? Yeah, the sassy side of me that just goes, ugh, to like everything. This all started because Chris and I have this mutual acquaintance, we'll leave it at that. Like me, Lou, and Chris have this mutual acquaintance. And they're a character, let's just leave it at that. And one time some person was like really happy with one of their achievements game-wise, and he was like, ugh, cheater. And we were like, dude, what the hell? That's like so out of line. So then Chris was like, ever since then, Chris was just like, ugh, like anything. And he's like, dude, you need to make a bot that just urgs everything. I'm like, all right, I'm on it. And that's how the idea started, like sometime last year. And that was it. I have now like encapsulated this one guy into like a bot. This you as a 60. Honestly, that's like next level Spire. But it would need like some mad privacy like things like Ergbot, you know, Twitch needs to access to your mic, which it kind of already does. Well, OBS rather, but next, yeah, once like the technology is a little bit more like accessible, that's like next level Spire. Lovey. That's next level. It's kind of like how Iron Man iterates his like suits. I'll be iterating Ergbot as life goes on. Any like new emerging technology. But I'll iterate Ergbot. I played around with Docker containers with Ergbot at one point, and I just got too frustrated with it. I'm just like, fuck it. It was working, but it was having so many issues. I'm just like, just having it run its own instance is more than enough for me. No, that'll be Contrarian Bot, Lovey. I'll let Contrarian Bot run loose on Facebook and just have it argue with like everyone. Like he'll go into like the Facebook marketplace. He'll be like, you know, brand new like iPhone X for sale. It'll be like, can we really be certain it's brand new or something like that? Yo, what's up, Nick? I am, buddy. How are you? I hope you're staying safe as well. Can we really be certain? Make it into a Tinder girl. Oh gosh. Oh. Actually, I think I told this story not too long ago, but yeah, my Mikami W emote was the result of like someone trying to like, someone thought I was a chick on Twitch and they started like whispering me, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna troll him. I spent a good solid 15 minutes like talking this guy up, and then oh gosh, actually, who doesn't actually know this story of like the one time someone tried to like hit on me through Twitch, and then I just absolutely like rolled them. Okay, so I used to mod for Clint's channel, like Clint Stevens, and you know, Clint and I are pretty tight, you know, I still pop whenever I can, but I just popped in one day. I was like, hey guys, I use the hey guys like emote, and I think I threw like a love heart in there for like good like you know, good measure. And this one guy started whispering me in a super suggestive way, and I'm like, I normally ignore those types of messages, but I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with him. So I started like typing back all these like, you know, cutesy messages, And I'm like, holy shit, this guy's falling for it. And then he was like towards the end, I'm like, okay, I'm getting pretty bored of this. And then he was like, oh, could you like send a picture of what you look like? I'm like, oh, of course I will, XX. And so I sent him this. I sent him the original because I didn't have this cropped. But I sent him this, basically. And I was like, here you go, love heart, and he never responded back to my whisper. Then I'm like, damn it. And that became Mikami W, actually. That was an emote of mine for some time, actually. I'll bring it back, I think, as a follower emote. But I got him really bad. Oh, fuck. I was like, here you go, XX, and never responded back. And I'm like, well, that's that. I told Clint's like, holy shit, Mika. I'm like, yep. I have a fun side as well. I'm just gonna screw with him. Absolutely catfished, yeah. I need to bring Mikami W back, actually. I was a grad student. I took it in my office. It was a selfie. I made sure no one was in the office. I'm like, all right. This will be my emote now. That's why he didn't respond. He's like, oh man, what? This guy. Oh man, what a... Yep, that's that. Chris just forgot about it. Oh man. Alright, good night, Lou. Yeah, I'll have to bring this back. I think that was the only time I ever decided to like screw with someone on Twitch. Normally I just ignore them, like, you know what? I was in grad school, I was like kind of bored that day. I was like, ah, fuck it, let's just go. To be fair, yeah, he could have easily checked my VODs and go, oh, this guy's actually like a guy. Or like a really hairy woman. But a bearded lady, exactly, yeah. But my hair was like short-ish at the time because I cut it for an interview. Oh, not this again. Oh yeah, revertible. It was like thirsty AF. Do you have a master's? I have a PhD in maths, Fox. That's what I did at grad school for a couple years. And then now I'm a public servant. I never did anything with that PhD. I honestly, thank you. Thank you. I actually just did it because I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I was like, I have a grad, like they offered me a scholarship because I did fairly well in my, like, I guess master's component of my degree. They offered me a full-on scholarship for 3 years. I was like, yeah, I don't know what else I want to do with my life at the moment, so I'll just do it. But I think at one point I thought I'm gonna be an academic, like my dad. But decided against it. PhDs, Ergbot. Yes, actually. Actually, yes, Ergbot. For once, I agree with Ergbot. It was just a lot of... It's mainly just hard work, Lovey. I did my PhD in, like, mathematical finance, so, like, options pricing and things like that. It's all theoretical. Like, you would never want to come to me to, like, actually manage your portfolio. Like, I'd get us wrecked. I'd lose us so much money. I used to want to work for like those types of companies, like those high frequency trading firms, but any interview I went for them, I always got shot down because they were like, yeah, look, mate, you obviously a pretty cluey guy, but you don't have like the tenacity to be like a quant. And I'm like, fair enough, you know, there's generally like an element of risk taking that these guys have, which I don't. I'm pretty risk adverse with all the decisions I make in life generally, so I'm like, yeah, fair. I can see why it wouldn't be up my alley. I mean, look at how I do my speed runs. I generally play stuff pretty safe. Oh yeah. It's a pretty stressful job. So I feel like, you know, me doing being a public servant is pretty good. But part of me wants to go back and still be a teacher one day, because I was a teacher at the uni for a while. And I'd love to go back and do more teaching at some point in life. Maybe like when I'm like an old fart, because in Australia, I don't know what it's like overseas, but in Australia, you have to have a teaching qualification to be able to teach at like a high school or a primary school or something like that. Yeah, they don't get paid too well, revertible. To be fair, I'm on a public servant salary, which I guess compared to some of my mates who work in private industry isn't that much. But being a public servant is good because there's some pretty good benefits involved. Oh no, that's not good. I might not make the cycle, crap. I may have fucked up the cycle. Or maybe not. Yeah, Fox. Sometime later in life, I think I'll go back and get a teaching degree and, you know, live out the rest of my old fart days as a teacher. And, you know, most days I don't have to work past 5 o'clock. Well, 4 o'clock because I start at 8. Most days I don't have to work past like my set time. And if I do have to work past it, I get to take that as flexi time or like additional hours that I can like take off another day. They really want you to go home and like enjoy the rest of your life, so to speak. I remember there was one day, like I normally clock in at 8 and I was still in the office by like 6:30 and like our team leader, I think he was staying back for something and he found me in like my office cubicle and he's like, dude, go home. I'm like, but he's like, it can wait till tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. There was something I was trying to figure out, but I couldn't make any headway with it. And he was just like, go home. I'm like, but he's like, no, it can wait till tomorrow. I'm like, all right, see you tomorrow. So yeah, it was, the team I work with is really good like that. They're really, really like encouraging of like, you know, don't stress yourself out. Like obviously we have deadlines to hit like any place does, but I think we have a really awesome team culture. Everyone's like really, really encouraging and yeah. Like even our senior devs and like tech leads don't act like all high and mighty. They'll do the grunt work like any one of us will, and they're always happy to help. The worst, if you ever work in like software, guys, the worst is getting a tech lead that is like mad up themselves. I've had one previous role where it was like that and it was just like monk ass every day. Not fun. I'm gonna quit Ocarina now. Oh, 110%, Fox. Yeah, revertible. It's having that trail really covers you for sure. I always tell people this, Fox. Give me a shit project, but give me a shit project over. Sorry, what I used to say was, if you have a shit project, but you have a great team, it will feel like you guys can get through it. You could be on the best project, but have the worst team and it'll feel like hell every single day. I've been in both of those camps. I'm currently in a good team and good projects, so I'm really, really lucky. But I've been with good teams and bad projects, and we've slugged through it. I've been with bad teams and good projects, and it was just hell every day. Like, your team is like everything when you're at work. All right. Oh, someone said I had a solid start at the beginning. Thank you. Who was that? I missed that message. I'm sorry. Thank you, Tanellis. Solid early half. Yeah, buddy. I was gonna respond to that message. I just forgot. Hopefully, we can slug this run out. We have a lot of fat, juicy time saves late game, so let's do it. Let's not get wrecked by Phantom Ganon this run, hey. I'd appreciate that. Oh, yeah. My apologies. I think Lovey redeemed it. Lovey, if you're still here, I'll do it at the end of this run. Ha. Oh, you've never seen this speedrun before, Tanellis? Yeah, it's pretty dope. Yeah, the objective is just to finish all the child dungeons as adult. So it introduces some challenges because of like being able to get into certain dungeons a lot harder as child Link, as adult Link rather. And we have to do Forest Temple because if we don't do Forest Temple, Sheik won't move from the Master Sword pedestal. Oh, well, I have to do another cycle now, damn it. I'm still using the Blue Yeti mic, yep. I've been mistiming this, like, a lot lately. I should practice this. Like, timing that hook shot hit. I'm just gonna wait for him to fire. I can't remember what arm I use. Like what mic arm I use. There we go. Not the best PG section, but hopefully it should still be okay to set up for some... At least not lose too much time. It was just, I think it was just a one that I looked up on Amazon that fit the Blue Yeti. But yeah, I'm still using the Blue Yeti. The oldest piece of stream equipment is my webcam. This thing has been with me since day one, so it's been with me for almost 7 years. And I've used it pretty much every stream. There's only been a handful of streams where I didn't use use cam because I either wasn't feeling it that day or I was streaming it for a marathon that didn't need face cam. But it's pretty much been here for like almost every stream. That was almost a one pause through both sections. Yeah, so far, Fox, touch wood. We had some time save here I was hoping to capitalize more on. But hey, we're not in the red. We didn't lose time that split, so... I'll take it. Believe it or not, I actually lost a run some time ago to that moblin. I bonked on the wall as I tried to roll past one of like the floor thingies that he like hits, and I just couldn't get past him for like ages. And I'm like, well, that's that. GG, no re. I'm just gonna come around. I'll lose a bit of time here. The optimal strat is to Hess past Mido, but for some reason my Hess timing has been really off today. Just the last couple of runs, I just probably should just jump into Hyrule Field and practice Hessing a little bit. Oh no. Ah, good old Lost Woods, yeah. Be fine. This is the last, actually, there's a fair few scary tricks in this run that could, like, just end your run if you're not careful. I should really practice this Hess here, actually, with a Bombchu. Because I got Bombchus in this section, I may as well use them. Doing the Hess here could save a fair chunk of time, too. For most console games, I have a set point at which I hit the timer for the split. And every runner tends to be different with their splits. Like, there's some, like, agreed upon ones between categories, but yeah, in general, it's up to the runner. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, we didn't lose that much time. We didn't lose as much time as I thought we would, so that's okay. Let's see here. Oh. Nice. I keep forgetting to equip nuts. I can... Oh no! I was like, that's it, GG. I was like, there goes me angle. Rip. That was so close. That was... I got... My heart sunk for a little bit, Fox. I was like, oh no, here we go. That's it. GG. This Switch is actually a little bit trolly as adult. Believe it or not. Look at this guy. I'll explain it in just a sec to Nellis. When you do like a screen transition between, like, say, the item screen and then like the map screen. So let's say you go from the map screen and then you transition back to the item screen. There's one frame where you can actually, every item is effectively equipable. So what we do is something called equip swap. So we highlight the item that we want to equip that we normally can't. Then we scroll over, scroll back, and then depending on like your item layouts, you just hit a certain direction. And then equip another item in its spot. And then the game goes, well, okay, the last item you had highlighted was boomerang. So it must be the one you want to equip, and then... yeah. That's kind of the rough gist of how it works. Yeah, it got found a few years ago, like a consistent way to do it. And then it was a pretty big game changer because like so many categories got rerouted because of it. It was like one of the biggest cock blocks for some categories was doing Jabu as adult was always really, really painful because you can only get rid of you can only get rid of Baronade's tentacles with boomerang. So you either had to have like boomerang on B or some weird shenanigans like that. But this meant that we didn't have to go through any of that. So it forced like some categories to get a pretty hectic reroute. A casual playthrough per year. Nice, nice. Yeah, well I do a fair few other different OOT categories as well. I'm running this one in particular because I'm running it for an online marathon in like 3 weeks. But I've also been dabbling with Minish Cap speedruns as of late as well, and hopefully to get back onto those next week. You could quick put away for boomerang stuff now, but it's not viable arts yet. There's actually, like, I still need to muck around with title file and age change, because it's technically allowed for this category. I just don't know how to set them up. Because I've never had to set them up, I suppose, KEKW. Let's see. I don't know shit about it, sorry. Yeah, neither do I, Juki. Someone just asked me that a couple of streams ago, and I'm like, I've actually never considered it. I was so out of the loop with SRM stuff, Juki, when it was like getting like super fleshed out. Thank you. I lost track after butterfly. I just remember them working on title file, but then like that was the extent to which I remember. And then I'm like, yep, cool. Yo, what's up, by the way, San? Hope you're doing well, mate. There's also a reverse dot skip you can do as Child Link, but I don't know how to do it. It went from, oh, this is cool, to I don't know what the hell is happening anymore real quick. It did, hey. Like, what's even hundo these days? I have legit no idea what's going on with hundo these days. I think it's cool, but I'm just so lost. Oh yeah, because of like that restore point thingy that they're like voting on at the moment, right? but nobody wants to even do it. Yeah, because I don't think anyone wants to set up OOT for the Wii U. It's got like it's got some pretty hectic input lag, and what is it? Pause buffering on Wii U is actually pretty quick as well. I just know Wii U has some pretty hectic input delay because there's an OOT speedrunner who's still around doing like bingos and stuff called SVA. I remember at one point, I don't know if he still does it, he used to play off Amarak footage. So he'd look at his computer monitor and use the Amarak capture, and that was how he played. I guess it meant he never had to rely on a CRT, which was pretty cool. But he knew deep down that there was like a little bit of input delay between what he pressed and what Amarak was capturing. I remember I popped in his stream when he was testing out OOT for the Wii U, and he was like, yeah, this input delay is pretty bad, and I play on Amarak, and I'm like, I mean, if he plays through Amarak and if he notices input delay, then the rest of us are like screwed. I don't know, Sam. I don't really use Google Calendar. So I wouldn't be able to help you there, sorry. I think this will record. As long as I don't, like, miss the Ocarina like an umpteen number of times. Oh yeah, Lovey? Woo, that sounds pretty fun. Didn't mean to jump there. You know how I said missing the Ocarina? What the? Normally just rush diving, it grabs it. Wow. That could have been a lot better. Heck W. Believe it or not, fam, I actually lost a PB because of that at one point. Not for this category, for a different category. But yeah, woo, another record. Let's go. But it's easily improvable. I mean, we went from like, what, -30 to like -10 really fast. So yeah, really strong early game this time, but a pretty crappy late game. I got new splits though. Yeah, Tonellis. Thanks, man. Woo. Yeah, we got some new splits to work with. So yeah, I'll take 10 seconds. Let's go. Yeah, I'm running this category for a marathon, which is why I've been running it pretty hectically for the last 2 weeks, just to feel prepared. I want to try push for a 46, because I think my SMB is low enough that we can go for it. I want to push for a 46 with this route, and then maybe muck around with like title file stuff, but I'll see how motivated I am to learn title file stuff. That's the thing. I'm pretty lazy in that regard sometimes.